Okay. Is it working? I think it's working. The microphone. All right. This is page 72 in your notebooks. If you get it done by tomorrow or tonight, you get the extra bonus point. I'll check it off tomorrow. If not, you get to do it in class. So just a heads up. Like I said, page 72, you want to make sure it's Cornell. Okay, I'm going to go away now. Ooh, let me play this for you guys. All right, so you're determining the purpose and characteristics of different forms of poetry, right? We're going to spend a couple of days looking at poetry, different versions of it. Like I said, I'll say it again. This is page 72 in your notebooks. You're looking at the ballad. All right, so there's a couple of terms you guys need to understand before we move on. Yes, you have to write this down. So I'm going to answer your question now because I'm going to get it no matter what. Do we have to write everything down? Yes, we do. Your first one, you want to know the definition of a symbol. And this is kind of a review because I think we've covered symbol before. Your symbol is any sort of object or an action that can stand for something that's more than itself, right? Like I've told you guys before, if you see like a red stop sign, that stands for more than just red stop sign. It means stop, slow down, all kinds of different things, right? Or if I tell you guys, oh, look, if I give you the symbol of a heart, that stands for more than just, okay, it's a heart. It means love, it means romance, it means emotional, gushy things that make people barf, good stuff, right? All right, any symbol that you read or you see tends to have a larger meaning. There's more than just what we read, the literal meaning. We have to know what a couplet is. A couplet is basically a pair of rhyming lines. I'm not sure if in the poem we're reading, let me check. No, we don't. But there'll be a poem we do see that does have couplets, right? That does have rhyming lines. And like I said, I'll show you an example of that when we get there, but just know what a couplet is. Finally, you need to know what a stanza is. If you guys don't remember from when I mentioned this a while back when we looked at our first poem, a stanza is basically like our paragraph in poetry. It's a group of lines that's meant to be read together. All right, one big idea. Please put a star by it. I put a box and I couldn't erase it. I don't know why. Your big idea, you want to know what a ballad is. A ballad is simply a poem that tells some sort of story. It's a narrative, okay? It's organized in... What's that noise? Oh, creep. It's organized in short stanzas, okay? In other words, short like paragraph type stuff in poetry. The action is usually fast. It's very swift. There's some ballads that are super duper long, but you probably won't read those till high school. The narration's in a very direct style. The purpose of a ballad, and what you need to remember, anytime I say ballad, you need to remember the purpose is simply to tell a story. It could be a love story. It could be a war story. But like I said, you have a narrator. You're telling a story. And I give you examples. It could be a historical event. You can read a ballad about the Civil War. You can read a ballad about the Revolutionary War. You can read a ballad about World War II. It could be about love. It could be about death. Love's cheesy. It could be about the supernatural, like fantastic things that happen. Like someone, I'm not even going to pretend to give you an example because I don't have one. Your ballad does or can contain dialogue, people that talk. Don't confuse that with quoting someone. Okay, I need to make sure that you guys don't confuse that. Dialogue is when two characters talk to each other, okay? Or when a character talks to himself because he's a little crazy. All right. You, of course, with your notes, we've made it a tradition this year. You have to have your joke attached to it, okay? Don't forget, when you're done with this, to answer the questions on Edmodo. That's the only way you get credit for this, okay? So here we have our joke. What did one shark say to the other while eating a clownfish? Wait for it. Wait for it. Ready? This tastes funny.